10 years ago, I was in a real severe motorcycle accident. I was probably in the best shape of my life, and that's what I think saved my life. A person pulled in front of me on the highway. I was doing about 60 miles an hour. They were at a dead stop in front of me, and I didn't have more than 15 feet to react. And I hit that car full speed. They airlifted me. Now, when you hear helicopter, you think you're gonna die. I mean, they strapped me to, they cut off all my clothes, strapped me to a gurney, put me in a helicopter, took me to the Harborview Trauma Center here in Washington. And that day changed my life. I've got 5 kids. It's important to me, health number 1, but number 2, playing with my kids and having fun. I had a brand new baby, at that time. And anyway, after that, I literally, for 10 years, I was in a position where if I picked up a weight wrong, it could be just 25 pounds. If I did it wrong, my back would go out and have problems with my knee. And this was something I was always striving to find a solution for. And I'd always worked on core stuff, but I tell you, if I moved wrong, I was down for a week, 2 weeks at a time, where in bed, pain. And I believe that every part of your body is there for a reason. So I didn't want to go in and have surgery and all these things. I'm like, there's got to be a natural way to rebuild. The body wants to repair. And in my business dealings, and some associates and so on had told me about pulse therapy, and I heard about it. And I have to warn everyone that's watching this that you hear about things and you compare it to everything you know. I'm telling you, this is something you cannot know about because it's so different than everything you know. And that's what happened to me. I heard about it, I kind of went in one ear and out the other, and that's always been my mindset. So once I did the treatment with Sean and I experienced that, you will feel this. This is not like, maybe it'll work or something. You're gonna know pretty quick. What I felt right away was almost like somebody had stuck their hands inside my body, like inside where you can't reach, along the psoas muscle, which is right in there real deep. I felt the energy pulsing it. The interesting thing is, when you start this, there's a intensity that can be dialed up, and Sean dialed it up, and I felt that intensity. I'm like, whoa! I almost couldn't handle it at first. He dialed it back a little, but as I laid there doing that for about 20 minutes, it was like my body was adjusting, it was like a thermostat. It was like moving my body up to be able to handle more. And I think it's because the circulation was rebuilding, putting energy back into the cells, and over time I was able to increase that intensity. But the bigger thing is I just felt that relief. It was like, and that night, the first time I had it, I actually realized when I went home, I realized how much I had always tensed my back and my muscles. Like, it was subconscious. I wasn't thinking about it. It was just always tense. And I was able to relax. And because I was able to relax, that's when I realized, holy cow, I think I've always been tense. And then it allowed the muscles and the things to start to work a little better. And ever since then, I've been through multiple treatments, and it just keeps getting better and better. And by the way, I wasn't able to do squats or anything in the gym. I got into the gym about 6 months ago, after 10 years not being able to be in the gym. And now I did my first squats just like 2 weeks ago. 10 years I couldn't get in the gym because I was concerned about my back, and it was a real concern. Every time I lifted weight over a certain amount, there's always that possibility. And it's just not worth it. You're gonna be down for 2-3 weeks. It's terrible, and it's very painful. You can't describe it. It's one of those things you have to experience. But getting back in the gym is so important to me because I literally, if I had some pictures to show you before and after, I have totally recompositioned my body because I've been able to get back in the gym and add that resistance training that I've always had a part of my life. I've always had good diet, but I could almost argue that I was skinny fat. Like it looked like I was in shape, but the muscle tone wasn't quite there, and so on. And yeah, it's incredible the results I've gotten, and I attribute, number one, the pulse not only relieves pain that you may have, but it also adds energy to those areas. You're actually increasing what they call the ATP. It's increasing the energy inside the cell, because as time goes on, I just have my confidence level of motion and being able to be active is getting more and more, and now I don't even really think about it. I run, I jump, I do all these things, and it's fantastic. So it's made a huge difference. And the bigger part, I have to say, is that I could have gone in and done surgeries, or they have things you can kill a nerve, or things like that. And I think everything in your body is there for a reason. So if I can find a natural way to help rebuild and renew the body, because the body does want to renew, you just have to give it the right tools. And this has been instrumental.